What's going on, man? It's your boy Jay Smooth. I'd like to welcome y'all to episode 8. Tune in. What's good, man? It's Real Conversations, episode 8. You know what I'm saying? We back once again. We started a little late. It's your boy Jay Smooth, my man WyzethaGod on the phone. Got him checking in once again. You know what I'm saying? So, tonight, I'll touch on a few topics like we do. We're going to keep it real as possible. We're going to give y'all our genuine opinions on a few things. Next week, I think we're going to take a break, man. Next week, we're going to take a break just because, it's that season. A lot of things be going on. Family members, family time, things like that. So, we gotta, do what we gotta do.
Gotta be with your family.
Gotta do what we do, get back to it. But last week, y'all ain't see what happened after the little podcast, man. Last week things got real in real life. We should have had a camera.
You gonna tell
Hey man, we should have recorded that. Should have been some bonus feature, bonus film. But man, last Saturday after me and my man WyzethaGod, my cousin, put it down on the episode. After that, I took him to the spot, and as I'm taking him back, I'm on the highway. All of a sudden, I hear some rumbling. I'm like, I feel and hear rumbling, but he like, he like, ah man, he like, something wrong, something ain't right. I'm like, nah, we good, bro, we good, just chill. So he like, nah, oh. He like, nah. I'm sorry about that, man. Camera failed. My bad. Okay, but look, he like, nah. He like, nah, man. Something ain't right. I smell rubber. So, so after that, I pulled over and I had a blowout, man. I had a damn blowout. Like, for real, bad, man. I'm on the side of the highway. Had to get it towed back to my spot. Then,
mind y'all, it was cold as hell that night.
Alright, it was cold that night. It is getting cold out here, but yeah. So, man, I had to pull over. I'm going crazy. I'm losing my top. I'm about to leave my car there, say forget my car. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, my man, like, nah, just chill, just, we gonna figure it out.
Gonna walk to you,
Yeah, he like, we gonna figure it out, whatever. I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. It ain't looking so good right now. You know what I'm saying? I was going through it, man. Like, I was really like, y'all don't understand. If y'all know me out there personally, y'all gonna understand. But if y'all don't know me, y'all might not understand. I was almost losing my mind, man. Well, we figured it out, though. We figured it out. That's all that matters. And I got it towed back. And, I had to take them back. Luckily, I got, another vehicle in the stash, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, thank God. Because it would have been ugly. But, so, yeah, I'm back, though. I'm back riding right, back on the road. Getting from point A to point B, so I'm grateful for that. And,
Yeah, that bounce back serious.
That bounce back serious, but you can't, I don't say something, you can't lose, you gotta know you always gonna bounce back. You can't lose hope that you're not, no matter how tough it get, you gotta know you gonna bounce back.
Right.
So, man, we gonna start it off, the first topic right now. We gonna talk about how, I know everybody been going around, everybody been in the uproar, across the country, especially all the, the ones that participate in smoking marijuana.
Right.
The feds, the federal government, the House committee approves landmark bill legalizing marijuana at a federal level. So the House committee approved a bill that legalizes marijuana on a federal level, removing it from Schedule One of the Controlled Substance Act.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the legalization allows states to enact their own policies and give their own incentives to clear criminal records of people with low level marijuana offenses. So, you know, this is all from CNBC.com, so I want to cite that. But
Right.
so I'm just that's just the first half of notes I got on that. I'm just gonna touch on that real quick. And so that means on a federal level, they pretty much um about to, like, you know, proceed and yeah, expunge it and decriminalize it for the most part. With each state is gonna have its own, you know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be rules and regulations, but it's not gonna be such a, you know what I'm saying, a stigma and such a thing on your record. Pretty much, it's gonna be taken lightly. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be governed by the state and the whole damn country, the feds. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm taking out of it. They saying this on the federal level, so this like the whole everybody. Like this what I'm getting out of it. And then it say it also includes 5% taxation cannabis tax on cannabis products.
For the states that have already legalized the drug.
Yeah. And then they say, like, that will provide job training and legal assistance to those hit hardest by the war on drugs. And then it say U.S. lawmakers last Wednesday repeatedly cited the disappropriated impact drug laws have on communities of color, saying that decriminalizing marijuana helps alleviate some of that imbalance. Yeah.
True. That's a big thing.
For real, that's a big thing. For real, man.
And that allowing the small businesses to administration to issue loans and grants for marijuana.
Yeah, I was just about to get to that. Yeah. Good job. Good looking on that. It say majority of Americans support the legalization of marijuana, according to the Pew Research Center. The bill has more than 50 co-sponsors, according to the Congress. Government bankers of the Senate version of the legalization include presidential contender Senator Kamala Harris. And then only states in the U.S. in the district, only 11 states in the U.S. in the District of Columbia have legalized cannabis for recreational use. Medical marijuana prescribed by physicians is legal in 33 states and Washington, D.C. The committee approval comes 2 months after the House passed legislation that will protect banks that secure marijuana businesses in states where the substance is legal.
Also, that Representative Gerald Nadler one of his statements was these steps are long overdue. Far too long we have treated marijuana as a criminal justice problem instead of a matter of personal choice and public health.
I feel like it's long overdue, but at the same time, honestly, I feel like even though I know it's for tax purposes and money at the end of the day, but I feel like a little bit of justice is actually served, man. Like as far as the criminal offenses and all that, like about damn time, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's been too many years. People, I'm talking about losing jobs, losing their whole livelihood over this plant. And it's just crazy because it's like, even though they talking about they're gonna do DWIs now for marijuana and all that, but I feel like it will help us as a people. It will help us as a whole. It will help us as a country as far as collecting revenue to help better school systems, better agriculture, you know what I'm saying, better infrastructure, because our roads and things of that nature, things people don't really look at. This
Right.
country is old, so it's breaking down. It's just like a, you know what I'm saying? It's in like anything you do in life, like you gotta maintain it. You gotta have maintenance on it over and over. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a big deal to me. It's a big deal. It should be a big deal to everybody, even really if you're not a smoker. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Cause it like it help everybody. That's how I feel. It do more. It do more positive than negative.
But you got a lot. Where's no policy issue is you got a lot of older Americans, older people, and some of people in the young crowd because of how their families may have raised them or whatnot, and they're gonna be complaining about the smell and this person can't properly function while induced on marijuana. There's gonna be a bunch of bullcrap stories that's gonna come out.
Yeah, but you just gotta realize that's just how it always gonna be. That's just, to me. That's just, I don't know, like good, no publicity. It's like you gotta,
People are entitled to their opinions.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all.
You gonna have to. Anything you throw out there, no matter if it's the most right thing in your mind, somebody gonna oppose. Somebody gonna say, nah, I don't think that's right. I don't believe in that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like it's
Right.
good. And even like they said, man, they say it impacts so many people in communities of color, bro. That that the marijuana, like legalizing marijuana, it will help alleviate a little bit of that imbalance. That's what I firmly believe, that because a lot of people locked up over bullshit charges over marijuana, and it's just ridiculous, bro. Like
Right.
it's so much criminal activity going on behind closed doors, and people wanna, come on now.
Outside of just marijuana, yeah.
Right,
Like,
like come on now, like let's be honest, man. Like people are doing way more damage on alcohol, and that's been legal for I don't know how many decades, man. Like we
people
gotta
catching
be
one
real.
step,
Cigarettes and alcohol
catching
did
one step
so
from
much
killing.
damage, bro. If we do the
Right.
stats, bro, like come on, man. If we really do the stats, it's really outstanding and overwhelming, and it's not even comparable.
I don't see a lot of car accident reports about high drivers from marijuana. You don't see them reports. You don't see reports of somebody getting murdered off of marijuana. You don't see them type of reports.
Why you don't see them type of reports, and I wonder why. And I also wonder why. It just made me think. Like when you really think and put your head on, it's like, why so long we've been told like this? This should let you know the system is is really it got a lot of cracks in it. It's really broken, because if they told us this was wrong for so long, and we know the effects, and we know like all the details, the pros and cons, but it really do more helping on the medical side than anything. And I feel like that's a reason why they bias too, because of the pharmaceutical, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be
Right,
honest.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It,
it's all a business.
it's
It's
all a
all a business.
business, and it's just like it ain't right really, because like now my grandmother, she used CBD products for her joints and things of that nature, and she, Like she
Right.
need that, and it's way cheaper, it's way healthier, it's way better for her body than you know what I'm saying. Than
And
the
it's less side effects with
right,
any at
way
all.
less side effects. But people, I feel like you said, the older community, even though no offense, I feel like they slowly, you know, going their way, going into their spiritual realm,
Right.
and so
Yeah.
so with that being said, I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, they just so, you know what I'm saying? They come from a certain time in the country in a certain time where you know what I'm saying it was forbidden. It was like any other hardcore drug, you know. Yeah, so
Yeah, like the '80s, the drug epidemic thing. Like you never had a drug epidemic like that when it comes to marijuana. Like that's not. You just don't have them same type problems. We don't have the. You don't have the same effects from marijuana. So this war we've been fighting, I guess, as a people to legalize it. It's been going on for a long time. Very, very long time.
it's been going on for a long time. And now that you brought that up, it just made me think of how
Right.
we gotta be honest right now. We not being biased. Everybody knows these is facts. Like y'all can whatever Google check it and all that. And I'm gonna take a little commercial break right now. I forgot to do this in the beginning, but y'all can check us out on the Anchor app, Real Convos podcast on the Anchor app, and y'all can check us out on Spotify and Apple. Type in J Smooth and you're gonna get the Real Conversation podcast. J Smooth, my boy, wise to God. But anyways, so like I was saying, like you were saying, it's been going on for a long time, and you're right. And it's and think of how many black fathers it have incarcerated, bro. Think about how many black families. You know what I'm saying? It didn't broke, bro. Like let's be
Like
real.
any family, for sure.
Like yeah, it affects our community, and don't forget, don't ever let me forget the black and brown communities. We gotta quit acting
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying.
It's just all black. No, it's more than just us, man. That don't do it. More than just us.
Stats show. It's all about unity, bro. At the end of the day,
Right.
that's how we gonna get even make two steps forward, you know. But yeah, man. I mean, it's like I understand the government. They
How they
gotta
came
make it
from.
make sense, cause money makes sense, and that makes a lot of money. It makes a lot of money that we need to recover. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line makes sense. But I just feel like, man, I just feel like it's a good start, but we still got so far to go. We still got so far to go, bro. Alright, I want to touch on this topic real quick. Seen this while I was watching this one guy I be in tune with. He on YouTube. He's a NOI member. He's a follower of Minister Farrakhan.
Okay.
Minister Lewis, the Honorable Minister Lewis Farrakhan, and he was touching on a topic, and he was saying how we need to protect our women and children in the community, and it was a story that they had brought up, and they had showed a Instagram clip or video clip, and my mother had told me about this too because she lives near the Houston area, but it was a young black African American woman in Houston that was her car had broke down after she had dropped her daughter off at school, I believe, and her father had told her to leave her car where it was and catch an Uber, or a lift to get to her destination. So that's what she did.
Mhm.
So as she's in the car with the Uber the Uber driver is like passing passing her destination, and she's telling him like, you know, you passing my destination, where you going, you know, my job this way. And he's telling her the whole time like, you know, just calm down. I know I'm going, you know, everything's okay. So she says after that the ride continues, and a little after that the Uber driver pulls up to like some type of warehouse or garage or something like that. Not a job.
Wow.
So he's backing up or whatever, and he's not. She said he's not responding no more. He's really not talking. And she says as she looks over out the window, a man is approaching the vehicle, and she is asking the driver like, "What is going on? What is happening right now?" And the driver not saying nothing. So eventually, she has to jump out the car and run. And then after that, she recorded the video, and she said, you know, women be careful. It's a whole lot of things going on, and this sex trafficking and it's all these abductions is real, and we got to speak on it. We got to speak
Right.
on it.
Definitely.
They say 75,000 black women and children missing right now as we speak across the country. Not just in your
Right.
city, not just in your town, not just in your county, not in your district, across the country.
Right. And I was looking at that as well. It's 613,000 people missing just in the last year. This was reported 2 days ago. And 60% of that 613,000 is black women. That's crazy.
That's more than crazy, bro. That's more than crazy, bro. It's like, it's sad, bro. It can bring you to tears, man.
Not only are they being kidnapped, and you know, I don't want to go too deep into why they're being kidnapped and what
Right,
they're being used for,
right.
but if we just speak on one time where there was a black woman, I forget her name, I could just Google it and look it up, but uh, this is how they produce the disease we call AIDS by using a black woman's cells,
Mm.
her blood cells, and producing that disease we have today called AIDS. That's crazy. So me saying that, I'm just saying, think about what they could possibly be using these women for.
And you got to think
These
about it
people
like
not coming
this.
back home.
Right,
These
they're
people
not
have
coming back home. Right, they barely let them go in one piece. That rarely happens. So let's just be honest right there. But we cannot. I'm not really gonna touch on this. A lot of people talk about this, and everybody knows what's going on. But people
right.
always wanna turn their head and act blind. But everybody
We're
really
just bringing awareness to the situation.
right. But people know it's a thing. I'm not really gonna define it. I'm not really gonna really go full throttle, but it's a thing that's going on, black market style. Well, where they sell your body
That's
parts.
enough right there.
Right. Where they sell, yeah. They selling you. They selling, yeah. You're on the market. That's all I'm saying. You're on the market.
Already the eyeballs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Oh, I was about to go blood deeper. Good looking for stopping me. Ugh.
Well, I need that on my hands.
Alright, well, I need that on my hands for sure. But people know, man. People that
And that's not to say that we're scared to speak on the people,
right.
but we understand the business that we are part of. We understand.
Right.
That's all we can.
Right. Y'all need to start leaving some comments. I see them views going up. Leave a comment, man. Tell me how y'all feel, man. Tell us how y'all feel, man. Keep it real. We're going to keep it real with y'all. Let us know
What y'all
something.
want to see? What y'all want to hear us talk about?
Right.
You know?
Like, share, and subscribe, man. Get that word out. For real. But
y'all want more commercial breaks with music? Like, what's up? What y'all
right,
want?
what's up? What's up? Because we about to get in the booth pretty soon. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? We got a lot of things cooking up. 2020, yeah, it's going down for sure.
Oh yeah. Couple projects coming.
Yeah, couple projects coming. Y'all know I've been stalling. Couple coming. Yeah. House, studio back about to be popping back at the crib again. You know, I'm about to be,
Yeah.
yeah. But, so look, I got some numbers for you, man. They say black women represent only 7% of Americans, right? But over 35% or over 35% of them are in the missing persons cases. That's crazy.
I definitely don't believe that it's just 7%.
Bro, well that's what blackAmericaWeb.com say. Tom Joyner, and he did a little interview with Sean King. That's what they say, man. I was in the
I don't know
details.
where the statistic coming from, where the numbers coming from, but I find that hard to believe. It's too many black kids running around out here for it to only be 7% black women. It's too many black mamas. I don't get that one.
I hear you, bro. But you know, that's what they say, man.
Right.
That just bugged me out. For real.
5% of the 7%.
Yeah, man. What you want to touch on?
Man, the boy who allegedly took a photo of his black classmate and made a listing on Craigslist for a slave for sale, Naperville, with a racist slur in the caption. That's what I want to get into, man.
Okay, so touch on that one more time. Let them know.
Okay, so there was a boy who allegedly took a photo of his black classmate and made a listing on Craigslist for a slave for sale, Naperville, with a racist slur in the caption. And this is from BuzzFeed News, BuzzFeed.news. This is where I get my information from.
Okay.
I don't know what too much to say on that, man, because it just brought me back. You know, it brought me back so many years.
Right.
With that one, you know, a 14-year-old student from Naperville, Illinois, was charged with a hate crime Wednesday after allegedly posting a Craigslist ads to sell his black classmate. He was charged.
Right. As he should,
Yeah.
man. Let's be honest.
It said the juvenile appeared in DuPage County Court Wednesday in Wheaton, Illinois, about 30 miles west of Chicago. He is charged with 2 counts of committing a hate crime and 1 count of disorderly conduct. The police began investigating Monday when they became aware of the incident, according to a joint statement from Naperville Police Department and the DuPage County State's Attorney Office. Assistant State's Attorney Lee Rupert said the team took the photo of the classmate, who was also 14, last week while the two sat at the same lunch table at Naperville Central High School, and later it posted it on Craigslist. So before I go any deeper, how do you feel about that?
You say how old he was?
They were both 14. So I would assume freshmen or sophomores in high school.
First off, it was totally an act of ignorance, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Second, I blame his upbringing. Really more than I blame him.
Mm-hmm.
And third, it's just like, where we at in the world in America, it's just like, there's no need for that, man. So much other. so much other, just so much other forms of mass destruction. That's the last thing we need. Like, you know what
Right.
I'm saying?
True, man.
Like, for real,
I totally
man.
agree.
And like, yeah, man, we just don't need that, bro. We don't need that because it's like how in in the world we in today, I know it's still racism, but it's like how how can he get on that level, that far of a level, to put one of his classmates on Craigslist to say he gonna sell them? It's like, where do
Not
he
even
get that mind state from? You know what I'm saying? That's just not gonna pop up in today's world. I don't feel like
not even in a joking manner. Like he was legit
right.
serious about trying to sell his classmate like he a slave.
Like that's crazy that you can actually, in your right mind, put
And
another,
posted and everything. Follow through with
yeah, put another person up on Craigslist for sale. Like what is wrong with you to even think that's even half funny? Like half like a joking matter. Like what is wrong with you? Like people gotta realize
like I don't consider blackface to be funny. I don't consider any of that to really be funny.
no, nobody considers no person with dignity and morals gonna think that's funny. That's not funny. That's just really, it's really showing me how you feel about humanity. Honestly, it's even deeper
Right.
than yeah. It's just to me it's a sickness. It's the mind state that gotta be killed. I feel like it's not even a person. It's the generational hate. That's what people don't
Right.
preach on. People don't talk on. But that is so true, man.
And what the crazy thing about what hate really is, all hate is confused love. You confused.
Right.
That's all it is. You confused.
You right on that,
I
man.
hate another race of people for for the color of their skin, not their actions, not who they are as people, not their personality, not what they bring to the table, not their culture, but just on color. Like you said, it's an ignorant thing, but to dive back into it, just a little bit more information. These aren't the only racist accounts in Naperville. It says black customers recount alleged racist requests at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah. I heard of that. I heard that story.
a gas station clerk told Latino shoppers ICE will come to get them, and he lost his job. This all in Naperville.
Naperville, that's crazy. That's not far from where I'm from. That's in Illinois. That's not far from yeah. That's
Naperville, anybody who's been reading these stories got a bad name.
yeah, man.
You black or Latino, don't go to Naperville. That's basically what that's saying.
Yeah, but like I said, it's all you gotta the root, man. The root, the who made. I don't know. It's just like that train of thought is vicious. Like I said, it gets passed on, and that's why certain things like that never end. The pettiness never end. The 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 warfare, the thinking somebody greater than this, or I don't know, man. It's just like that gotta stop, bro. If things like that don't stop, it's like we really in trouble, man. If it's that petty, like such a level of pettiness, man.
Yeah, man. It's pretty deep, though. Like we only talking about it on the surface level, but it's definitely way deeper
Right. It's way deeper. It's way go back. it go back to a time where a certain people, melanated people, were looked at as pretty much real estate property. So
Yeah, man.
all right, that go, man. So I
But
thought,
but but the but the lighten the mood up, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a little off topic. But how you feel about that boy Melo playing right now, man? How you feel about it?
how he talked about how he got it, how he back, and now how he playing. I seen a little clips of he doing. I feel like he fit in. Honestly, I'm surprised, bro. I feel like he got his head right. I feel like he ready. I feel like he a good asset. I thought he was a liability at first. I feel like he a good asset, man. He a good asset.
Right.
Right. What you feel?
What I feel. Uh, I mean, he never. You can tell he's a little rusty. You know, you can tell he's a little rusty. But I do feel like that's a good pickup for Portland, and it's a good pick. It's a good place for Melo to be.
Right.
It's some humbling grounds because you got Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. That's their show
Right.
already. So he's not coming in, you know, like it's his. He got to understand he coming to something that's already been built.
Okay.
So we're going to see how his mentality play out throughout the season if he can stay healthy.
Right.
Give him a solid 15, 20 minutes.
I feel you. I feel you. So what you I got a 2-part question for you, and it's about one topic, but it's like a 2-part topic for one question. You know what I'm saying? 2 segments
Okay,
for a question. Yeah. All right. So as we know, I've been waiting for this for a minute too. This been real hyped up, and it got the urban community going crazy, and just the whole community in general, the whole United States. Everybody want to know what this damn Queen and Slim movie gonna be talking about. It's been big topics, man. Big topic right now in the community, the Queen and Slim. I wanna ask you 2 things. What do you expect from the movie, and do you think it will have a positive or negative impact with the audience, the target audience, the demographic?
I can only speak from the trailers that I've seen.
Right.
I haven't really done any study and research on the movie, but I feel where they coming from. It's low key almost like a Black Danny and Clyde.
Right. That's what it's. Yeah. That's what it's made to be.
You know, a certain group they'll have some words, just like a certain group has some words about Black Panther and a lot of our black movies, anywho. But what it might do to the black community, I don't know. I can't say this movie gonna bring us together in unity, but it might give black people a different perspective and on both parties. On the perspective as a male in a relationship with a woman who, you know, you ride or die, and on the woman's perspective on being that ride or die for her man, being that rock. You know what I'm saying? That every man, no matter how hard he think he is or how much of a player he wish he had.
Right. I'm gonna kick it off like this. I expect Oscar award winning, Grammy nominated soundtrack, top of the line director. I respect an A+ from this film, man. This film is what we need right now, man. And I know people might say, "Oh, but it's violent, it's negative." Nah, scratch that. This is what we need right now. This to keep the blood pumping right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a good movie. Look like it's gonna be action packed, and it's gonna have a good narrative at the end of the day. And what I think, not necessarily the community as like on some, you know, on some we gonna all come together type thing. But I feel like as far as hashtag Black Love, as far as black women, black men getting together and creating something special, I feel like it would be a good. It's going to be a good movie to explain how a relationship should have a close bond and how the strength of adversity brings a bond closer. And
Right.
yeah, and no matter what you might go through, no matter what it's looking like, you always know that y'all can weather the storm. And if not, you necessarily or you it come down to it, you might have to die for your partner. And I just feel like that story need to be told. Like I feel like
Right.
yeah, because yeah, I just feel like it's needed. It's needed. The movie's needed. It's needed, man. It's needed right now. We need that. We need that in our
I,
life right now.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
But I will bring up one issue that I have personally is it's gonna be a lot of great things. It's gonna be a great movie. It's gonna be a lot of camaraderie. It's gonna bring a lot of great things, positive things to the community. But my only issue with it will be that we as a people have such short-term memory. And I'm not trying to talk down on humans as a people, but I'm just saying we have short-term memory. Just like when Us came out, it came out, we forgot about it in a month.
Nah, people
Get
still
out.
know about it. People still. I mean, I
Right.
hear what
Get
you're
out.
saying, but I hear what you're
We
saying,
talked
but
about it, you know what I'm saying? But as long as we get the message from the movie and we make moves and we make actions and we push forward instead of sitting around and talking about it, I'm all for it.
right,
I'm all for it. Because I'm tired of just hearing conversations. We do that on the daily, every day.
right.
Let's actually put it into action now.
I hear you, man. So you ain't you I thought you had two topics. You just wanted to touch on that.
Um, yeah, just that one. The other one was about Obama talking about how technology has splintered our future. But, that's not really a major thing. I feel like we all know that.
Oh, I wanted to touch up on. I just thought of this. How the media is saying that P Diddy is saying that I think it was Comcast, I believe, his TV channel Revolt is under. Comcast is trying to get him to side with them over Byron Allen and saying that they use him for diversity. And he's saying like he's not going for it and it's not what it seemed and his TV channel was set up to fail and things of that nature. He's saying it's no really they don't want an even playing field. And I'm like, Diddy, I don't know. I don't really know if I don't really wanna I don't put Diddy on a Brian Allen level to me. I feel like Diddy, yeah, he's a great businessman. He's a good he great at what he does, but I feel like honestly, I just feel like I just feel like he ain't all the way right. So I feel like
right.
why do
No,
people when they get to that certain point they like, oh, it ain't fair. But it's like you played the game. You
I was
know?
just about to say, and it's always music artists. No offense to music artists, because I know there are some music artists out there that are doing great things and pushing the community forward. Cool. But when it comes to black folks and our leaders, well, how come our leaders, or who we consider our leaders, or who they tell us our leaders are always entertainers?
Right.
Oh,
Entertainers or athletes.
or what?
Or athletes.
Right. They really in the same boat on the cool.
Right, right.
To entertain. And it's always people who are playing that role. Your
Right.
role is to entertain. Like,
Right.
that's the role. I ain't saying you can't do nothing else. I'm just saying there are people out here who are actually putting in the footwork,
Right.
actually doing the dirt, you know what I'm saying, doing what they got to do, not getting any credit, and then a celebrity, all they got to do is show their face. And now, this person did this. No, they had nothing to do with it. They just showed up.
For real, man. That's crazy, bro.
Like, just an example. I ain't throwing shade nowhere, but just how Kim Kardashian, all she had to do, show up at this man Rodney Reed's cell.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
I know. And then there was right.
And she tied in as popular as Rodney Reed. Like right. She a part of his case.
Right. You definitely right on that. Anytime they mention his case now, they mention her.
Like, hold on. She wasn't in the case. She wasn't in when he went to jail.
What he say? You wasn't with me shooting in the gym?
For real, she was not there. You came at the end, like he done already made it go. Like you trying to, you know what I'm saying? But that's just my example on that. It just hurts me personally when I see celebrities get out there, especially entertainers, and voice their opinion or voice things, but they ain't doing no footwork. They not working on nothing themselves. Like Chance the Rapper, just an example. He a rapper, he an artist and all that, but he in his community in Chicago, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
He thriving in his community.
Yeah,
he gives back. Yo guys in Tennessee, they give back to their community. They, you know what I'm saying? They go do things. Gucci Man and Amigos for Atlanta. You gotta go back. You gotta give back. You gotta put in that footwork.
Yeah, man. But that's it, man. That's it. We done went a long way, man. I didn't stop the video. Yeah, I didn't stop the video on the phone because it was like 4. I thought I was turning it up. It didn't stop it. So now we just on the audio. So, yeah.
Oh man, 47 minutes. We've been in it.
Go ahead and quit playing. Like, share, and subscribe. It's only right. Tune in. Let's get it.